Hi, I'm Esther. Today I have a short Pilates workout for beginners focusing on abs, arms and legs. So let's get started lying on your back. Middle of your mat, use a folded towel or a small cushion under your head and then keep your knees in a bent position. Pop your hands on your hips and then tilt your pelvis slightly backwards and forward just to find your neutral lumbar spine position. A couple of times until you find the position somewhere in between these two extremes, keeping a little gap underneath your lower back. Engage your lower tummy muscles, perhaps activating your pelvic floor muscles as if you need to rush to the toilet. So hold that position. Imagine you have a white belt around your waistline, supporting your lower back in this position. Keep your hands on your hips and then gently slide your right heel away from you, extending your leg, and then move it back in the starting position. Same on the other side. Slide your heel away, extending your leg, and then move it back. Few more of that, making sure that you keep your hips completely still and motionless and level, comparing right and left side. Very nice. So as you extend your leg, you can exhale. Inhale, move back to the center. Exhale, reach away. Inhale, move back. Few more of that. And if you feel that you have a nice and strong connection in between the lower ribs and your hips, you can reach the opposite arm above your head with the same leg movement. Exhale, reach, keeping your tummy nice and flat. And inhale, move back. Slide away, elongating your whole body. Opposite arm and legs are moving away from each other, keeping your center nice and connected. Let's do one more, each side. Last one. And then move back to the middle. Hold that position, keeping your feet and your thighs parallel to each other, your knees in a bent position. And then slowly open your right knee towards the side and then move back to the center. So a little opening on your left, making sure that you have no twist or elevation on either side of your hips as you open your legs. So try to find the right level of that range. You're still able to keep your core active and your pelvis nice and still position. Exhale, open. Inhale, move back to the center. Exhale and inhale. Few more of that. Activating your abdominals. Relaxing your neck, relaxing your shoulders. One more each side. And then move back to the middle. Engage your core, keeping that little gap underneath your lower back. Slide your heel close to your hip and then float your knee up above your hip into a so-called single tabletop position. That's going to be our starting position. So you're going to reach away into 45 degrees angle. As you exhale, inhale, move back again. Few more of that. Exhale, reach. Inhale, move back. Engaging your core as you reach away from your hip, as if you're pushing a button on the wall in front of you. Reach and center, reach and center. You can practice a few more with 2 arms above your head, reaching over, extending and moving back. making sure that your abdominals are nice and strong. Exhale, reach and lengthen. Inhale, moving back. Try to avoid overarching your lower back. Keep that little gap underneath your lower back intact. We're gonna have one more of that. Move back to the center, relax your arms, and then relax your legs well. Engage your core, slide your left heel in, float it up, hold that position, and then lower it down. Other way around, on that right side, lift, hold for a deep inhalation, and then lower down. Slide, float, hold, and release. You can carry on with that movement, or if you wish, you can step up a level, engaging your core, and then switching your legs as you exhale. Inhale, hold that single tabletop position. Exhale, switch. Inhale, hold. Exhale, switch. If you feel that's too much pressure on your lower back, try to get back to the exercise before. Switch as you exhale, and switch, and switch, and switch, and switch until you keep your left knee up above your hip. Take a deep inhalation, and as you exhale, reach away into that one leg stretch. Inhale, move back to the center again. Exhale, reach. Do remember, we wanted to reach that V. Switching on that button. Keeping that little gap underneath the lower back. Reach and then move back. Exhale, reach away. Activating your lower tummy muscles. Inhale, move back to the center. We'll have one more of that. And then let's try join the arms as well to this movement. If you're able to control that exercise. Exhale, reach both arms above your head and your leg away from your center. Inhale, move back to the middle. We'll have one more of that. Moving back to the center. Relax your foot down and then pop your hands behind your head. Engage your tummy muscles. Don't forget that little gap underneath your lower back. And then slowly raise your chest and your head up a little bit. And then lowering down. Few more just in the middle. And then lower down. Gonna have nice long neck. Little gap in between the chin and your chest. And then we add up a little twist towards the right and center, towards the left and center. Right, and then the left, and then all three directions. So we're gonna start in the middle, lower, and then the right, lower, keep your tummy nice and engaged, flat as much as possible, left, and then the middle, right, and the middle, one more on that left, relaxing down. Before you lower your head, just get rid of your small cushion and relax your head down, relax your arms down by your side, tuck your pelvis under. Engage your glutes, engage your lower tummy muscles, and pull your spine away from the ground, raising your pelvis up a little bit, holding for a deep inhalation, and then slowly lower down from the top towards the bottom of your spine. Repeat this movement a couple of times, raising as far as you're able to keep your pelvis tucked under, engaged Lower tummy, engaged glutes as well. Let's do a few more of that. Opening your chest, just gently nodding your chin, relaxing your neck, and lowering back down. Try to keep your knees close to each other, keeping your thighs parallel. In this position. And we'll have one more. Tucking the pelvis under, lifting it up, taking a deep inhalation, and then long exhalation, slowly lower down, rolling all the way back. Brilliant. Let's roll over on your side. Pop your small cushion or folded towel in between your head and your lowermost arm, and then keep your knees in a bend position. So if you lift up your feet and then just glance over your shoulders, you should feel the same nice straight position. Your heels, hips, heart, and your head should be in one straight line. Imagine you have a wall behind you. Just gently tuck your pelvis under, tilt forward and backwards a couple of times until you find so-called neutral lumbar-spine position, and then draw the top hip away from your shoulder, creating a little gap underneath your side. Try to hold that little gap as we did in a lying position on back. So we're going to squeeze the heels together, open the top knee, and then lowering down. As you open your top knee, you're going to exhale, inhale, lower back. Make sure that you're not rotating your pelvis back, so keep your pelvis nice and still. Lift and lower. Exhale, lift and lower. You can keep your hand on your top hip. That will give you a nice feedback. Brilliant. Let's try and lift the whole leg up without tilting the pelvis back into its original position. So keep that little gap and then move the knee forward. Then travel your foot backwards without overarching your lower back. So imagine you're sliding your leg on a tabletop, knee forward and heel backwards. You can activate the movement backwards a little bit more just to activate your glutes a little bit more with that end of range movement. Okay, let's do one more of that. And then you're going to reach back and extend your leg, then lower down your leg. Engage your core and then lift and lower your leg a couple of times. You can tilt your pelvis slightly further forward so those imaginary headlights on your hips are lighting slightly forward in front of your hips. Good. We're going to have one more lift and then lower down. Brilliant. Let's change the position of your leg, engage your core, and then float the lowermost leg up and down a couple of times, keeping that little gap nice and elevated. If you feel that you need a little extra support, you can use a pillow underneath this knee. We'll have one more lift and then lower. Brilliant. Let's push yourself up and then pop your small cushion or folded towel to the other side of the mat. So we're going to kneel up. You might need a little extra cushioning underneath your knees, so actually you can kneel on that or you can use a little pillow, so that would work as well, just to cushion your knees a little bit. So we have in an upright position kneeling, try to tuck your pelvis under, opening up the front of your hips. Hold that upright position, nicely engaging your core all around your waistline and opening up your chest. So we're going to hold this position, closing the elbows and opening the forearms side to side, and then back to the center. Actually, you can keep a little gap in between your elbow and your side. Open and center. Exhale and then reaching away, turning the palms down and then moving back to the center. Opening up, reaching away and then moving back to the center. And center. You can add up a little lean back to activate your tummy muscles a little bit more, and then back to the center. So open, reach and lean, holding that nice straight line and then moving back. Very well done. Let's do a few more. You probably feel that your abdominals, even your quads are working a little bit more. That's brilliant. Thank you. So let's just hop up your hands on your hips and then shift your weight backwards. Let me show you from the side. Sending your tailbone back, leaning forward in this position and then moving back to the center. So try to do that same movement, keeping your back nice and straight. And then we're going to add a gentle arm rotational movement, popping your hands behind your head or holding your shoulders. Let's just change. And center. Change. Lean and center. Well done. We're going to hold that position, lean forward, right hand behind your head or on your shoulder, and then change, 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 change. One more, left hand up, moving back up, and then relaxing your arms down. Brilliant. Release your shoulders, and then move on the other side, lying down on your side. Extending your lowermost arm, and then pop the pillow underneath. Keep your knees in a bent position, about a 90 degrees angle. Heels, hips, chest and head will be in one straight line. Hold that position, tucking the pelvis under, tilt forward and backwards a couple of times until you find the middle position, engaging your core, activating your pelvic floor muscles, and then tilting your pelvis and hip slightly away from your shoulder, engaging your core all around your waistline, squeezing your heels, and then floating the top knee up without rotating backwards. So imagine that wall behind you, squeeze and lift, and lower down. Keep your hand on your hip, so that will give you a nice feedback, making sure that this hip is not moving at all. So you can imagine balancing a glass of water on the top of your hip here. Make sure you not spill any water out from that glass. You're able to keep your pelvis nice and still. We'll have one more opening and then lowering down. Then we're going to lift the whole leg up about hip height and then travel the knee forward and the heel backwards, keeping the knee in the bent position. Inhale in front, exhale the back. Try to visualize a pillow behind you, pressing your foot into that pillow, activating your glutes a little bit more. We'll have one more of that. And the last one, reaching away, extending your leg, gently tilting your hip forward and downwards, and then lift and lower your straight leg. Same idea, keeping that little gap underneath. Imagine a little mouse house underneath your side. Lift and lower. We'll have one more. And relax down. Let's swap the position of your legs. So your uppermost leg will be in a bend position and you're going to extend your lowermost leg. Hold and engage your core and then float your lowermost leg up and down a couple of times. Relaxing the shoulders, relaxing your neck, activating your inner thigh muscles. We'll have one more. And then relaxing down. Brilliant. Let's push yourself back up in a sitting position just to stretch your gluteals, so you can cross your leg over, so the right knee over on your left, and then just cuddle your knee. If it's too difficult to keep your lowermost knee in a bent position, just simply extending, that's going to be the same effect. So we're cuddling the knee towards the opposite shoulder here, and then you're going to add a nice rotational movement, opening your chest towards the right. Let's slowly move back to the center. Swap the position so you can keep your right knee in a straight position or in a bent position towards your opposite hip. It's up to you. And then a little twist. Probably you feel a nice stretch at the side of your hips. On that left side this time. Those are your deep gluteals. They worked very hard. Slowly move back to the center. And then find a comfy position, either bent or extended knees. Relax your shoulders and have a nice final stretch, reaching up. Pop your hands behind your head, open up sideways, relax, reach all the way up, and then lower down in front of your chest. Brilliant. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoy these exercises. And if so, you can check out our full-length courses, weekly classes on our website. So go to www.coreandbalance.com. Thank you so much. See you later. Bye.